Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. So, no notes, so bear with me. Imagine that you are a sailor on a ship and you have to do maintenance in the engineering room. First, you have to find a page that is germane to the equipment that you're trying to do maintenance on out of a 400-page manual. Go down a bunch of stairs to the engineering room and find that piece of equipment, do the maintenance, and then go back to the office. And you're not done yet because you have to hope that there's a computer open to record the maintenance and say that it's complete. It's in your best interest to do this as early as possible because if you don't, you're not going home that day. Now, wouldn't it be easier if a sailor had a tablet that had a maintenance manual on it and could record the maintenance in real time? This would be possible with a LiFi. If you don't remember what LiFi stands for, I wrote it on the board. Light fidelity. It sounds a lot like Wi-Fi, and that's because the concept is very similar. But instead of using a radio wave to communicate data between a device and an access point, it uses a light as a medium. Now, it sounds fancy and magical. How does light transport data? The concept is actually quite simple. It requires a light bulb to act as the access point. But it needs a specific type of light bulb. It needs an LED bulb. And how an LED bulb works is that it flickers faster than the human eye can see. And this on-off motion creates a data stream of zeros and ones that allows a data to go from a device up about 3 to 6 feet to a bulb, and from the bulb it sends data. It connects through the cables on the ship. And these cables can be a power line device, or it can be Ethernet and Cat5 and Cat6 cables that we use every day for our landlines. LiFi solves two major problems that the Navy has: security and low data rates. The Navy operates an environment where operational security is very important. Wi-Fi can't be used in the engineering room by that sailor because a Wi-Fi radiates a great distances. If you're a ship in the Med or the Pacific Ocean or the Baltic, you don't want a Russian ship or a Chinese ship to know a ship's location because it's classified and secret information. The second problem is low data rates. Navy ships are dependent on satellite communications for their data needs and connecting with the outside world. A typical satellite link only provides about 2 to 10 megabits of data. A typical family on a landline can have about 100 to 200 in their living room alone. A LiFi access point has been tested to provide up to 10 extra megabits of data and up to 100 for a space. And that is more than enough for a typical sailor and all of their data needs in order to do their jobs, and also to have fun on the internet and Facebook and connect home and talk and communicate home to their families and friends. Now, after all technical jargon, the main takeaway that I want you to take away from this speech is that technology can be dangerous and be used for evil, but this can be combated with the power of light. Madam Toastmaster.